We are a family that loves exploring new places, and one of my dreams has always been to travel around New Zealand in a camper van. Problem is, camper vans are expensive, like really expensive. And with inflation doing whatever inflation is doing right now, that dream isn't happening anytime soon. So for now, my dream of travelling in a camper remains exactly that. A dream. Or at least it did. Because a few weeks ago, while driving home, I spotted something on the side of the road. A camper van. For free. Well, sort of. Not a real camper van. A Barbie one. And honestly, that's probably the closest I'm going to get for a while. The van itself is actually in pretty good condition. Nothing's broken that I can see, and everything worked, which is great because I was about to change that. The van was just a little too Barbie for my liking, so I decided to repaint it slightly. I just wanted a little less pink inside, making it a bit more realistic. Unfortunately, something went wrong, very wrong. The paint cracked everywhere, not just a little bit, a lot. The makeover was not off to a great start. And then things got worse because apparently cracked paint wasn't enough drama for one project. I grabbed some terps to remove the paint and tested on the kitchenette first. A sensible decision, I might add. The terps removed the paint, but it also melted the plastic. Apparently the camper and terps are not friends. So at this point, I decided the ruined paint job can be part of the interior. Things were going really well. Since I accidentally destroyed the kitchen, I had to completely rethink the layout, which means redesign the entire interior. Most of this happened off camera because it involved a lot of trial and error. Mostly error. The first thing I added was a red felt floor. Then I built some new seating, a fireplace, and the back that I created actually folds down into the bed. And when the bed is folded out, the seat can be removed to reveal some hidden stairs underneath that I covered with fluff. Also made a few extra pieces so more dolls can sleep inside, making the seat a bigger bed. And everything was built from foam board and fabric. Simple materials, cheap materials that thankfully didn't melt. For the windows, I added fabric curtains to make everything feel a little cozy. Now, technically, I could have added clear plastic windows, but filming through tiny plastic windows sounded like a future me problem. So I simply didn't. Because the original kitchen was beyond saving, I decided to add a small bench area instead. This camper van will have no cooking facilities. If the dolls want dinner, they can walk to the campground kitchen like everybody else. Or bring a barbecue. On the outside, I repainted the entire van and removed all the original stickers, and it turned out pretty good. For the first time during this project, something actually went right. I added a tiny license plate, fixed the windscreen wiper with a bit of hot glue and paint, and from a distance, it actually looks pretty convincing. From very far away, and preferably without glasses. And then I put it into camping mode. And it starts to look like a toy again. So I decided it needed a tent attached, like a pop-up camper van. I have no measurements, I have no plans, no diagrams, no engineering skills, just confidence. And honestly, the whole thing was basically held together by hope and Velcro. But somehow it worked. The Velcro attaches along the top of the van, and once everything is connected, it actually starts to look a little bit like a real pop-up van. Well, almost. To make it a bit more functional, I added window covers that can be opened and closed. FYI, that was not fun to do. I also made a little tinfoil windscreen cover for the front because every doll deserves privacy. And just like that, the dolls finally have a camper. Well, kind of. It does really work well for filming, but as a display piece, let's not talk about that. I also made some sleeping bags using old sleeping bags, and unlike literally everything else in this project, those actually turned out perfectly. So that's something. Anyway, I'm going to finish setting this up and do a reveal. But before I do the full reveal, let me know what you think. Do you like how it turned out? Or was this one giant crafting disaster from start to finish? Actually, I think we all know the answer to that. But hey, not every project can be a success. Sometimes you just have to lower your standards and keep going. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, consider. I don't know if you'll learn anything, but you might enjoy it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.